Salute! What's going on? Renee Box Young. Greetings and salutations to the whole boxing community. I appreciate and thank each and every one of you, for your support, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting on the comment sections, tuning into the lives. I really appreciate you guys. I hope everybody is safe. I hope you guys are very well, as I constantly say. Commonly, at least in the introductions of my videos and lives and things, because I really do appreciate you guys. We are one community and we love the sport of boxing. That's what it is. I want to share with this, share some info to you, and I want to kind of, give my input concerning it. It looks like, let's look at this first. Instagram official account of Carl Frampton, etc., etc. Link in the description. You already know. It says here, all smiles. Yeah, back in camp with the boys tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Frampton. Hashtag time to make history. Oof. Time to make history. That's what I'm talking about. Look at him. Look at him. He's happy. He's ready to go, man. He's sweating. He got warmed up. He's ready to fight, ready to spar, ready to train, etc., right? And so it looks like, news is floating around that Carl Frampton and Herring, they're going to fight. Jamel Herring. They're going to get it on. They're going to get it on, family. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, WBO ordered the fight between these guys. And I think it's going to be very interesting. And I want to share something with you guys as far as their, BoxRec. Link in the description of both their profiles. You already know. Check it out and stuff. Okay. So, we got Carl Frampton. And when you look at his, the people he's fought, man, the fighters he's fought, Leo Santa Cruz twice, Nonito Donaire. I know a lot of people criticize. There's criticism for every fighter, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from fighters, though, because, I know Leo Santa Cruz, there's been rumors about, people saying, and I'm not denying it, I don't profess it. I just focus on, the fighters and their skills, and, of course, I criticize also. But as far as Santa Cruz, that, he's ducked Gary Russell and things like that. But Leo Santa Cruz, he fought twice, which was, those were great fights, man. That's kind of what I want to say here. Those were great fights, man. And he beat Nonito Donaire, man. I mean, Josh Warrington, he lost to him, and obviously he lost to Little Santa Cruz in the second fight, But Carl Frampton, man, he's an experienced fighter, man. I mean, he has some good fights under his belt, man. You know what I mean? And I like his style. UK fighters, man, I appreciate UK fighters. I'm not the type of person to be against the UK because, I'm on this side of the Americas and things of that nature. I love boxers. I love watching them fight, you know what I'm saying? And Carl Frampton is one of the guys I really like. One of the UK fighters I like. Another one I like is Chris Eubank Jr. There are several. I've mentioned it time and time again, Froch. George Groves, Anthony Joshua, I like him to a certain extent, I'm saying? I do like him. I do like how watching him fight in the ring, I'm not denying it. I love Dillian White, man. You guys gotta please put respect on his name. Please. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. I respect him as a fighter, but whatever, right? I think you guys know why. Dillian White, I think he's just too much of a loudmouth and whatever, right? But, apart, there are several UK fighters that I like, man. So I don't think Dillian White's one of them, though. But whatever. So there are several UK fighters I like, and I don't knock them, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they can fight, and I appreciate and respect UK fighters, definitely. There are more. Josh Kelly, I think that's Josh Kelly, welterweight division prospect coming up. I'm thinking about making a video sometime sooner or later about him, but I like Frampton. He's been through wars. He's experienced. You know what I mean? And I like his style in the ring. He can fight, man. And when you talk about Jamel Herring, one of the things that come to mind is his last fight, his recent fight. You know what I'm saying? Carl Frampton, his last fight was against Trainer. Sorry, the pronunciation there, right? But but I want to focus on Herring in this aspect as far as, it says here suspended by Nevada Athletic Commission until 2021. March 5th, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's because in Mexico we do the days first with the numbers here, the digits, but I think it's March 5th, right? So, I mean, the thing here is that I don't think Herring, I like him. I like his skills. He's quite, he's a smart fighter in the ring. I mean, I'll give him that definitely. I mean, I'm not going to, he's a smart fighter in the ring. But I just think that Carl Frampton, I think he's more experienced and he's tough. You know, he can endure more. And I think you guys know why I'm saying this, because of, you know, Oquendo. You know, Herring's last fight with Oquendo, it was a really controversial situation there. I mean, you guys already know. I mean, he was boxing well, though. I mean, you know, Herring, I'm not taking anything away from him. Definitely not, you know. But when it comes to this matchup in particular with Herring and Frampton, you know, I look back on Herring's last fight with Oquendo, and Oquendo, I mean, that guy's composure was kind of sloppy, you know, losing his balance. I mean, beautiful uppercut Herring did, you know, beautiful uppercut, man. Step back and boom, you know, because of Oquendo's nature of just lunging in, you know, kind of, you know, I don't know what the word would be, like, just, you know, moving forward, you know, with his head hunched, kind of like Triple G, kind of like Lil Santa Cruz to a certain extent, kind of like Porter sometimes, but, you know, and Herring calculated him throughout the fight several times with the uppercut, you know what I'm saying? But Oquendo was kind of a sloppy fighter, man. You know, like I said, his composure, his balance wasn't good. He lost balance, you know, just stumbling across the ring and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And a great uppercut Herring executed on Oquendo, you know, and went down, knocked him down, and it just seems like Herring was kind of having trouble with Oquendo. You know, it seems like he had a little trouble with him. And obviously, as you guys know, he had a headbutt. You know, I think it was over on his right eye. You know, Oquendo, boom, went on the inside. It looks like it was intentional. The referee called it and ruled it intentional. And you can just tell when you look at the replay, it looks like Oquendo was kind of aiming for that, you know. And Oquendo was just a dirty fighter. I mean, that's the thing, you know. He was a dirty fighter. And it was a test for Herring. But what I want to get at is that, and I'm sure you guys know what I'm getting at here, that what I'm kind of going towards is that Herring, you know, got a cut over the right eye because of that headbutt, and, you know, a couple rounds later, I don't remember when it was, but a couple rounds later, something like that, he was complaining that he couldn't see out of his right eye. Now, if you you know, you go to fights, many fights, you know, Jojo Diaz, I mean, even Tyson Fury. I know Tyson Fury is a controversial situation, whatever, right? But I'm talking about when Tyson Fury got, you know, man, beautiful left overhand, man, I think it was by Schwartz or Wallin. I don't know, one of those guys, man. I don't remember those dudes. But, you know, I never heard of those guys anyway in my life until they fought Tyson Fury, with all due respect. But, I think it was Otto Wallin. You know, overhand left, boom, right on Tyson Fury's right eye. Ouch. Super gash over his right eye. Jojo Diaz also. I mean, time and time again, you see it with fighters. And a lot of these guys continue until the end of the fight, man. And, you know, Oquendo, his eye, you know, even when you go back to, I forgot the name, Franco and Maloney. You go back to the Franco and Maloney fight. Do you guys remember Franco's right eye, if I'm not mistaken, it was his right eye. It was closed shut early in the fight. Maloney was boxing beautifully, you know, on Franco. And it was the controversial thing where, you know, they were waiting like a half hour to rule, you know, something there in the fight. I don't remember. I think it was, they were ruling if it was a headbutt that closed his eye, which I don't think it was. But whatever. And, you know, it took so long before Bud and Brook to fight. And, but, you know, Franco, his eye was closed. Oh my gosh. I mean, that was ouch. And Jamel Herring's eye wasn't necessarily, it wasn't like that. It wasn't even closed. He was able to see through it, in my humble opinion, and he was complaining, you know, that the fight was stopped. You know, the referee was going to the corner, if I'm not mistaken. Bomac, right, trained Herring. He was in his corner, you know, receiving indications also and during the fight from Bud Crawford and stuff like that, which is great. You know, Herring has a great support system. But he was complaining that, you know, he couldn't see, and I don't know, man. That's the fishy part about this. Herring got skills. But I don't know, man. When it seems like when he's under pressure and when he, you know, looks like he just can't. I don't know. A lot of people said he quit, man. A lot of people called him a quitter. A lot of people criticized, you know, the boxing community criticized Herring, and I'm not hating on that. I'm not going against that. I don't even want to use the word hate because I don't do that. But I don't debate that. I don't debate the boxing community or disagree with the boxing community calling him, saying that, you know, he quit. You know, he quit, and you know, even when you go back, you know, to that fight, like I'm saying, after he was, you know, complaining that he couldn't see, you can see his eye was open. I mean, he could have continued. He could have continued in the fight. But, I mean, that says, it kind of speaks volumes to a certain extent that, like, under pressure, he just can't handle it. And Frampton, he can handle the pressure. You know, that's what I'm trying to get all of us here to understand, that, you know, Frampton can handle the pressure. Frampton has been through wars. I mean, this guy Stamina, amazing, off the charts. You know, he boxes. I mean, I think he has a lot more heart, man, and he has a lot more fight in him. You know, a lot more fight in him, and I like how he boxes. You know, and you know, Herring, it's kind of questionable. It's kind of questionable. And what I'm saying is also is that what I wanted to point out is when you go to the end of the fight after he was complaining that he couldn't see and the fight was called off or whatever, you know, when they raised his hand that he won, right? Because we got the win here was a DQ disqualification because of that. You know, they raised his hand or whatever, and you can see his eye was nice. I mean, it was just a question of some treatment. I mean, that's where the cut man comes in, right? Isn't that where the cut man comes in and fixes the situation? So it's questionable, man. And his eye was okay. I mean, of course there was a cut, but you got to fight through that. So that's the questionable part that I got with Herring. The question lingers over my head about him, the doubt. He definitely has skills, but and I think because of that headbutt, maybe that's why it's suspended because of the safety issue. Whatever, I don't know about those details, but you know, maybe someone can clarify there down in the comment section. But yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, that's like a protocol or something when someone gets injured. I don't know. So yeah, so I'm leaning towards Frampton in this fight. I'll be speaking more about it as it materializes, you know, face-offs and stuff like that, you know, as it builds up. But I repeat, if I'm not mistaken, the WBO ordered it, and you know, they were scheduled to fight, if I'm not mistaken, in December. I don't know if it's still going to be in December. I haven't seen any official dates or anything. Like maybe I don't know, I'm lacking information, but you know, I just want to bring that out in this video. I'm not sure that Herring's going to take this fight, man. Like as far as win, I'm leaning towards Frampton. It's going to be a great fight though, man. I'm excited about it. I hope they fight soon, man, because you know, I think it's going to be early next year because of this. So I don't know the situation there in the details. Somebody can clarify, please, on the comment section. You know, so yeah, I like seeing Frampton fight, man. I love seeing him fight, man. He just goes in and I love it. He brings that action in the ring, entertaining fights, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens, but I got that question lingering over my head about Herring, you know what I'm saying? I like his skills though. I like Herring's skills. Very calculated fighter. But we'll see what happens. What do you guys think, man? Who do you guys think is going to win? Are you guys excited about this fight? Please let me know if anybody knows the official fight date or something like that, right? Something along those lines. Please go ahead and comment in the comment section, okay? And again, please share. I'm enjoying the, you know, being reciprocal, right? I like the rapport, right, between us, you know, me and the community. I like hearing your comments, reading, and you know, commenting back. Go ahead and like, go ahead and share, go ahead and subscribe. Any new listeners, go ahead and subscribe. This is a platform for the love of the sport of boxing, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't complicate things, definitely not, man. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys stay safe. You know, in these crazy times we're living in. Hey, but when it comes to boxing, it looks like we got some great matchups. I'm optimistic, man, about it, and I'm enjoying the ride. Like I said, time and time again, 2021, I think it's going to be a great year for the sport of boxing, so we'll see what's going on, right? We'll see what happens next year. Man, awesome stuff. So thank you guys so much, man. Stay safe. Till next one. Peace, fam.